Hello everyone, welcome to another Make It Monday. And I normally share a card with you, but today I'm going to share a treat with you. And it's these little Hershey's Kisses treat things that are flowers with little leaves behind them. I made this one similar to a sunflower, and this one I did with blue and with the Easter candy, the pink ones from the Easter candy. These are some leftover fall that Hershey Kisses that I had, and I thought, well, I could make a sunflower with that. So that's the reason why I decided to go with the crushed curry and a little bit of the uh, early espresso for the center for that. So I'm going to do another color today. I think I'm going to do Pretty in Pink. And then I haven't decided. I've got some blue Hershey's Kisses and I have some pink Hershey's Kisses. So I may decide once I'm finished with making the little treat thing. I keep calling it a treat thing because I don't really know a treat flower. Hershey's Kiss flower. That's what it is. A Hershey's Kiss flower. So I'm going to set these right over here so you could see those. And here are the pieces that we're going to need. But I'm going to cut them on a screen with you. So we've got 5 of these. So you can see just really how easy it is. So there's 5 of these that are 1 inch by 4 inches. And then there's one that is 1 inch by 7.5 inch, and one that's 1 inch by 11 inch. And then they're scored at different increments, and these are cut marks. So I'm going to move this off here to the side for one moment, because I want you to be able to see. I'll grab my paper cutter here. I'm going to need the arm out on that, I'm certain. So what I need to do first is I want to cut, I needed 11 inches, so I need to cut 1 inch off the side of my Pretty in Pink cardstock. So I'm going to line it up here. And I like to use this outside right edge for my 1 inch because I can push everything up to the front instead of having all the cardstock off, having it all off to the right side. I can do it this way and hold it in place. And I've cut my 11 inch. So that's 1 inch by 11. Then, so that brings this down to the 7.5 inch of what I'm going to need for the next one. So I'm also going to put that in at this 1 inch mark. Oops. Cut that away. All right, so all I need to do is cut down to, let's see, 5 inches. Like this. Okay, so this one I'm going to set off to the side. And then I need to cut this down to 4 inches. And that can go off to the side. So this is 4 inches wide by 5 inches long. So I need to bring this back, and so 1 by 4, and we need 5 of them. That's why we cut it at 5 inches. And so the tip is cut it to the size that overall it would be, and then do your scoring, and then cut your 1 inch strips. So I'm going to put it in here at the 1 inch. Move that cutting out of the way. Score. Slide it to 2 inches. Score. And slide it to 3 inches. And score. So we still have the 5 inches by 4 inches, but now it's scored at 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to turn it so that the score lines are horizontal, and we're going to do 1 inch increments of cutting. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. So there are our 5 pieces that are like this. So I'll put those together there. Now then, for our next piece, we need it to be 1 inch by 7.5. And let's see, it's 7.5 and it's 1 inch. That's what I thought. So we want to score it at, I'm going to go this way. So we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. Get it in there. Flip my cutting blade out of the way. I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to turn it around because it's easier to score with it hanging this way than having it hang this way. Now I'm going to scoot it down to 3 3/4. So here's our 1/2 inch score. If you feel like you can get it in here and hold it, it's hard for me to hold it in place. So I'm going to go down here to 3 3/4. Line that up and score. And then I'm going to slide down to 7 inches and score. So now then, this is my 1.5, or 1 inch by 7.5, scored at 1/2 inch, 3 3/4, and it's 7. And now this one is 1 inch by 11 inches, and we are going to score it at 5/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to slide that into the 5/8 on the right side of the cutting track, and we're going to score that. Then we're going to flip it around so that then that score line's on our left, and we're going to score it 3 7/8. And you could use your scoreboard for this, and I did for all of mine, but I just wanted to be able to show it on here and not keep switching back and forth. So that's 3 7/8. And then we need to go to 7 1/8. So I'm just going to go right there to 7 1/8. And then we need to slide it down to 10 3/8. And so 1, 2, 3/8 right there. All right. And there's our last piece. Move that out of the way. All right, so I'm going to use these all for reference. All right, so we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Put that right over here. Now then, with this one here that's 11 inches long, you want to take your score lines. You want to fold on all those score lines, and I'm going to go ahead and fold on the lower ones so they can all be going whichever direction, but I just had mine all go the same direction. And then we're going to take our bone folder, and you want to put it in that crease and hold it, and just easy without pulling and tearing. And you want to stop at that next score line where this little bit is here. I'm going to turn it this way. So we were scoring to the right, so we're going to put what we just are using the bone folder, breaking the fibers to the right. Now we're going to put that to the left side, and this end piece here, we're going to break those fibers again, like that. You could do it a couple times, but you stop at that score line. All right, so those are both curling that way. The center one, we want to go the other way, so we're going to flip it, put it right here at this score line, and pull, and try not to tear it, to there. Pull to there. So it kind of looks like that. So this is how that one will look. Okay, we're going to move that up out of the way for right now. We'll come back to that. And now this one here, I'm going to fold on those lines again. So it's like that. And then I'm going to put it in the center right there at that score line, and we're going to break the fibers going this way. And we're going to go over here, but the fibers going that way, and it kind of looks like a C. Okay, so like that. Now then, because this is our guide, these little marks here on those 3 score lines are cut marks. So on the center one, that center score line, you only want to cut up halfway. See where I have my pencil or ink mark? You're only going to cut halfway on each of those, but you want to go on the center one, you want to go up halfway, like that. Now you want to turn it, and so the cut mark in the center is at the top. Now we want to cut up on the opposite side halfway. I'll show you what I mean by that in just one moment. So, for it to look like this one, this cut mark goes up in the center, and then these 2 end ones go down. See? So, down, down, and this one's up. So that matches my diagram. So there's that piece. This one here, move this over to the side. And this one here is, whoops, it keeps wanting to jump on me. It's like this, okay? So we're going to cut up with these 2 center pieces. We're going to go up. So right on that score line, we were going to cut halfway up. And on this second one, we're going to cut halfway up. And then we're going to turn it till those are at the top. And we're going to cut these other score lines halfway. And halfway. And the reason why we did not run that bone folder over these is these are the fibers are broken. This we don't want the fibers broken because that's how we're going to put it together with no glue. Okay, so there, I'll put that up there. Put this next one and that one, so you can still see the measurements and different things. But and I know this blue looks really like a royal blue, but it's the azure afternoon, and this is pretty in pink. All right, so this is how we're going to put together. We have this cut mark and this one. We want to lock those together. So you're sliding them together. So here's the cut mark, and then here's that cut mark, and the way that it's bowing, you want to bring it together and slide and lock. That's a slide and lock mechanism. So you have it like that. Now you still have this little thing, the little tab here. So we're gonna see. Got to remember how I'm doing this. Oh, here's the little locking mechanism. So we're going to slide that right there as well. So let's see if I can get it to wiggle in there. Am I doing it correctly? I am not. There we go. Fold that back. Okay. I knew it had to go in there. Yeah. So if you don't fold that back, it runs into a solid piece. And so it kind of looks just like 2 loops with a couple little tabs down here. So I'll do that again and show you. If I can remember how to unlock it now. There. All right. So you take this tab here and slide it over the top of that tab. So like that. Now you take this tab and you do the same thing. You slide it over, but you got to make certain you have that first tab folded out of the way. and then you have that. You have two of those little loops and then two little tabs here. Now then, with this, we're going to slide that together. We're going to slide that together. So it's just a locking mechanism that we're doing, and then it kind of looks like that. It's got two little tabs, and then it's got loops, and then this open loop. And that's when we're going to put it together. So here's my tab here that's open. And let's see, let's find the tab that's open here. So it's this one. This one's open here, and that one's open there. And we're going to slide them together. Whoops, I have it upside down. This one. Oh, I'm not. You've got to put the tab on the inside. I am so sorry. I'm not explaining this very well. Is that correct? Oh, other end. Well, I know that it has to go together because I've done it 2 or 3 times now. Oh, there we go. So this tab is on top, closest to you. This tab's on bottom, away from you, and they slide together. That's what it is. I am so sorry. So we're going to grab this tab and slide them together for that locking mechanism. And it does, you have to work with it for whatever reason. It doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Slide there. Now it looks like a 3. Whew. You have to work with it. I am so sorry about that. Now this one, I need to fold those in and find the back one right here. And then we're going to fold this tab. This one here, we're going to fold it inward. And then lock them together. You want these other 2 out of the way and just lock the one. Whoops, I came unhooked here. I'm going to lock these last 2 together. Once you've made a couple of them, it makes it a little bit easier knowing how, there we go, knowing how it goes together. And it, like this one looks elongated and this one's wide, but that's okay. We'll make it all work. So press it down and you've got your flower so far. So you just have to work on it just a little bit. And I hope I wasn't confusing on that. And then we want our 5 here. And we're going to fold on all those score lines. So we've got 3 score lines and bring it together, and they're going to overlap. This part that overlaps is going to go to the outside. So you're going to stick this in this edge here that's away from the double side into that corner. And then kind of tuck that in there like that. Then we're going to do the next one. And this goes on the outside, and we're going to put that edge into that corner and slide it down in there like that. We're going to do each petal just like that. Now here it's a little bit cramped, but what I'm going to do is spread these open. So we've got 2 on each side. Oh, I'll do 3 on one side, 1 on the other, because they're popping out on me. You just fold it and bend it and get it in, down inside there, and keep pressing down on your flower. And crease all of these again. Put it in. Press it down. Then we've got 1 more. And remember that double side comes on the outside of the petal. It's what gives it its shape. And so when it's double, it makes it crease a little bit. So now there is the basic shape of your flower. And I don't know whether I want pink or if I want blue. I think I want to try the pink one. So I'm going to take my Hershey's Kiss, and I'm just going to slide it down in there. Like that. Put my other one in. Slide it down in there. Let's see. There. Just keep working your way around. There we go. We have them all pressed down in there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these on the back of it as well. And let's see, I think I'm going to use just a piece of tear tape. Just because something is wanting to raise up on me there. There we go. We're going to flip it over. And this is what we have. I have another one of those that I'm going to put a dimensional in the center of this flower. Right here. Peel that backing off. And I'm going to add my center to my flower. Just like that. I also have 2 leaves that I took from the Happy Hibiscus set. And inside there are some leaves that will cut out the outline of it, but then it also had a one that was had the veining in it and everything. At least I hope it came out of there. That was where it was when I found it, but it was loose in the case. I'm pretty certain it came from that set. So I'm going to grab my, and if it didn't, I'll find where it came from and put it in the description below the video. So I'm going to grab my leaves and stick it here together like that. And then I'm going to put on the bottom of this leaf and on the bottom of that leaf. And then I'll come in, just kind of press it down so that you have the leaves behind your flower. And then I have, let's see, I could use any of these little gems that I have. think I'm going to use these just because they've got blue and pink and different things in them. Put it right here in the center of that flower. And then that is our Hershey's Kisses flower holder. And so I'll move this over. So we have one here that's like a sunflower. And then I have one here that is in blue with our pink Hershey's Kisses. And then now I have a pretty in pink with pink Hershey Kisses in there as well. So I hope you like this project for this Make It Monday. It's a little different. I thought I would give it a different spin on things. Instead of doing a card, I wanted to do a treat holder. And I will try to put a diagram below the video. It'll take me maybe a day or two to get that up on underneath that in that description with a link to that. But if you want to take a screenshot of these right here, you're more than welcome to do that. And then I will do a pattern for it and put it in the description below the video. But I hope you enjoyed this today, and I hope I didn't confuse you too much. You can slow it down and see how I did that. You do have to work with it just a little bit to get them to hook into each other. But other than that, I hope you really enjoy it. And thank you again for joining me for another Make It Monday. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye. Happy stamping.